brand new to cryptocurrency. Yes, you are brand new to Bitcoin, and you're trying to figure out where should I go, what should I do? Well, I'm going to be the North Star and shine bright, give you some information and some potential strategies. And these strategies going to help you form your own decision, because you have to form your own decision. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't make a move based on what I'm telling you to do. Come to your own decision, okay? Now, based on what I have been seeing, watching this market, Bitcoin is at almost $30,000. In fact, to be specific, it's like $28,000. And it has run up to $28,000 within about a week's time. This is what you call a bull market. During this bull market, what happens is whenever prices go up that fast, it's a strong possibility that the prices will drop. Now, that doesn't mean the price is going to drop long term, but it's going to drop short term, because people are trying to take their profits. People that were buying in at under 20,000 are now trying to make some money. So they're going to sell off. It's going to cause the price to drop. We don't know if the price is going to drop, or we don't know if it's going to hit 30,000 and then go even further beyond. But you have to determine and ask yourself, what type of investor do you want to be? If you're the type of person that you put in some money, and if the price starts dropping from 28,000 to 23,000, 24,000, and you're going to get extremely scared and then start selling everything, you probably don't need to be getting in at all right now, because that can really happen. It's a strong possibility. We're at a point where Bitcoin is making a decision. We don't know where it's going to go, because it's never been at these prices before. Start going up and create a new floor, meaning create a whole new ceiling, or it can go back to 24,000. To me, it's not very likely that the price will have a major crazy drop, like crazy meaning like under $20,000. It is possible though. So you got to have a strategy and ask yourself, are you prepared for that? So my point is, you have to ask yourself, are you a long-term investor? If you're a person that's long-term, what you may want to consider is whatever money you have to lose that you're going to put up, don't put all of it up right now. If it was me, I would just put up a portion of it just so that I'm in the game. And then I would watch the market and wait to see when the price begins to fall. And if we're seeing that those prices fall, so let's say 23, 24, then buy in at the dip. That's what some people are going to be doing. They're going to wait for the price to dip, and you buy in at the dip. If you see the prices going crazy and shooting up, I would not get in, because I don't like chasing a price. Chasing a price is like chasing a relationship. When you're chasing, that means somebody's running away from you, and those people that have been in it, as soon as you chasing, everybody else is chasing, then that price really falls down, and you're going to be hurt. You're going to be mad. So I would do what they call dollar cost average, and I would just buy a little bit at this current price, watch to see if there's a dip, come in, boom, buy a little bit more at the dip. And that's what I would consider, but overall, on a positive note, this is a bull market. So which means that in a bull market, that prices tend to go up regardless of what even makes sense. Like, you can believe that Bitcoin doesn't have value. You cannot understand it and still make money, and the price still goes up, because we are reached a point where the value of the dollar is decreasing, and people perceive Bitcoin to be a digital gold. Now, you can agree with that or not. That doesn't matter. It matters is how do people perceive it, and what's the psychology on what people are doing. Large institutions are buying in. The prices are going crazy. And then as they continue to grow, you're going to see more and more retail people, everyday average people getting in Bitcoin and telling you about it. And at that point, that's a good thing for folks that have gotten in early. So that's a good thing in terms of we're in a bull market. So that's a positive. Also, you have two other things. You have large cap altcoins like Ethereum, Chainlink. You got coins like the top 10 coins that are available, Cardano, Typically, though, when doing a bull market like this, we may see those prices grow as well, and you might even see a larger multiple. In fact, you most likely will. If the market continues to grow, you're going to see a larger money being made, and massive growth and flips will happen in those alternative coins. So that's something you want to look at. I personally would be afraid of the really small cap coins, these coins that have less than $10 million inside of it. Because, not saying that those programs aren't good, but if you're being too thirsty trying to find like the biggest potential opportunity, you may be waiting even longer. Right now, you want to follow the trend. The trend is your friend. Go where the money's flowing. Flowing money right now is flowing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, those places where the money's flowing. Parsec, these other coins that are in the top 40. So that's where you got to do your research. But lastly, some of you all want to trade. And if you want to trade, I would just say be careful, because in a bull run, it's very tempted to use leverage and people want to use margin. And that's very, very risky. You can make a whole lot of money. I mean, you can make a whole lot of money real fast. But then you can lose a whole lot of money even faster if you don't know what you're doing. So all of those folks that are out here, you doing anything really over 10x leverage, be very, very careful. Because that could be very, very dangerous if you don't know what the hell you're doing. Even if you know what you're doing, it could be dangerous. Because you got to understand that the Bitcoin market is beginning to become more manipulated. Because now that you have larger companies that are buying it, and on some of these exchanges, price can be more manipulated. And not only that, then you got the government that can put out certain news, like with Ripple when they did the lawsuit. Now it's causing that price of Ripple to drop 50% in one day. XRP went from 46 cents to like 20 cents. So with that being said, you got to be really careful when you're going with leverage. It may be the safer bet to just sit on the sidelines and just hold on, just like as an investor. And, just take your time, baby. Take your time. But if you want to learn more and talk more with me here, you can find me. We'll start going live. We'll talk about these projects. We'll talk about that. And, subscribe to the page. Also in the news, probably in the last 2 days, you got a football player, Russell Okung. He just said he wants to get paid half of his money in Bitcoin, which is about $6.5 million. He wants to get paid in Bitcoin, and the NFL has agreed to it. So this is going to be an interesting opportunity to look at, to see how other athletes, when they look at him and saying, oh my God, look at how the price of Bitcoin went from, it was at $30,000. Now it's worth $60,000 within the matter of, 6 months, if not worth more. And now you have other athletes that are also saying, we want millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. So that can really pump up the price, and it's adding a lot of legitimacy to the overall space. So it's a really interesting space to be in, but you just got to be careful. Can you make money? Yeah, you just got to be careful. Don't be thirsty. Don't be greedy, and just take your time. You got to be patient. Okay, buy in on dips, and you got to make your own decisions. Okay, have your own plan, because you got a lot of people may sound like they got good financial advice, and no one knows exactly what's going to happen, especially right now, because we're in what's called price discovery. We've never been here in the Bitcoin space with this price. But it does look like Bitcoin is absolutely, and cryptocurrencies are here to stay. But if you know anything about cryptos over the past few years, is that the top 10 coins and the top popular stuff, it changes. The space changes over at like every 3 months. It's different. And so you want to be ready to not only weather the storms, which it may not be a lot of storms if you're smart because it's a bull market, but you want to be in position to capitalize on new good opportunities. And don't give your Bitcoin to anybody. If you have a scam, there's a lot of scam programs that ask you to give Bitcoin. Give your Bitcoin to me and I'll flip it for you. And I would say stay away from that. That's the quickest way to divide you and your money. So don't do that. Okay, and be smart. So learn the fundamentals. And so with that being said, I just want to remind those traders, because I know there's going to be a lot of y'all that want to really trade, and you're going to want to take big risk. I just got to remind you, set a stop loss. Okay, and then also before you go into a trade, Look at those daily candles. Look at what is the trend for that week. Look at the 1 day, then look at the 1 week, the 1 day, and then get smaller. And then you look at that 1 hour, and you look at what is the trend, the bigger trend, and then go down, because and then you got to create a formula for yourself to say what is the percentage you're willing to lose. 2%, 3%, 4% every time you enter into a trade, and set that stop loss. And if you get stumped out, it's okay. You can always re-enter, because you always want to live for the next day. So you got to be risk managed. You got to manage your risk smart. Okay. You don't want to be so thirsty and impatient where it's like, oh, I'm going to do a 50x leverage. I'm not going to put a stop loss, and we're just going to let this thing run. Okay. You're going to get all of your scalp licked. And you don't want to be that guy or that girl. So be smart. All right. Be diligent. Be vigilant. Okay. And be on top of your game. Subscribe to the page. I look forward to seeing you videos in the future. And make sure you get that book series, and hit the like button, notification button, and let's make it happen.